Okay, and we're live. Hi, everyone. All right, so still dealing with this nagging cough stuff, which isn't great, but you know, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go to the doctor, is what. I am feeling better than I did on Sunday at least, so that's good. So yeah, so we're gonna tonight. The plan is I'm going to sign some new prints that I picked up this week from a local print shop. I actually sold out of the first batch of my Cool Cats print here. So that's the first 10 of those are gone. And so I had to restock those before my next event, which is Lansing Pride next Saturday in Lansing's Old Town. So yeah, so I'm getting these ready. So while I'm doing that, you can do we're going to do like a art ask me anything sort of thing like I did last time I signed prints, which was fun. And this time I'm not going to show the box my supplies came in and show my address to everyone, which is why that live stream is not in the archive. So hopefully we don't have any similar crazy mix-ups. Before I get into signing stuff though, I want to do some quick art supply, check-in. I stopped at my local art supply shop yesterday, Odd Nod Art Supply here in Lansing, and I picked up, sorry for the glare on that, this box of pens to try. I actually have one that I got in a different kit, and it's probably the same one of these types, and it should be. And I kind of like the thicker, chunkier barrel and the grip thing here. And well, I had some gift cards to burn. And hey, Jam Cats, thanks for checking in. Good to see you. So yeah, so I decided to burn through some gift cards I've been sitting on for a while, and I got these. So here's the try not to get the glare there from the light. Here's the different types. So we got, you know, your extra fine, your fine, medium, your large. These two are kind of more why I got the kit, because I wanted to have some more kind of bigger, flexible. I'm trying again not to get the glare here. Brush pen type things going on. I mean, I could do that with actual brushes and ink that I have at the studio, but sometimes pens are just easier. So I'm going to bust these open in a minute, and we're going to do a quick test run with those, and then I'll get onto the prints. I also got, and this box is not staying together, a new box of Posca pens. I checked, I asked Casey at Odd Nod. He does not yet have the brand new brush tip ones that they're promoting on social media. So once those get in stock, I told him let me know, and I will get some of those, because that is definitely something I will use. I mean, these tips are fine, but there are times where just more of like a brush tip would be way better. So again, I had a gift card to use, so I just went for broke. And I mean, I have all these colors at the studio, but they're in various states of, you know, paint level. So they may not all be filled, and some are probably kind of busted, so it doesn't hurt to get a new set, especially when my gift card is covering the majority of it. What I am going to do real quick, this is a little hack thing I do, so these don't get messed up. I'm not going to play with these tonight, but I'm going to do something so they don't get messed up with my older pens at the studio. I'm going to take this lovely orange tape and just do a quick loop around each one on the body so I know that they are the brand new ones I just got. Sometimes I'll write the date on stuff for this, but I don't have any other ones that have dates on them, so it doesn't really matter, but I may still do that at the studio if I have a minute. But so just basic, simple little tape job there, and that way I know at the studio these are brand new. I just got them. I do that with my pens too, especially pens I use a lot. I'm going to lower this down a bit so I can maybe at least see what I'm doing without having to stand up on screen. There we go. So yeah, and I'm covering up the directions here because I know how to use these, and I don't want to cover up the size of the tip or the color, because I mean obviously the pen cap will go up a little bit so the focus doesn't act weird. I'm going to stand up and do this, I guess. Probably go faster. Some good ASMR for you tonight. The tape I'm using is StuMac tape. It's actually it's for StuMac's a guitar like repair mod site where you can get a bunch of supplies. The desk behind me is my guitar workbench where I do all that stuff. And so yeah, this is like their equivalent of like a low tack like art tape. Like it's masking tape, but it's not supposed to be as like strong as like regular tape. So it's perfect for something like this. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here so we're not missing any action. There we go, that looks better. Okay. So like I said, I'm just gonna do this real quick, just do a quick loop around them so I know these are brand new. They get mixed up with my other ones at the studio. I mean, I'll put them back in the box I have, but, you know, once I get in the zone and stuff at the studio, things are going to get thrown around and mixed up and everything. And this helps with that. So, like I said, I do the same thing with my pens. As an example here. So the great thing about this wireless mic is I can walk all the way to the other side of the room and it doesn't matter. I'm sure I've shown this before, but so like on this Micron here, you can see I got these in April of this year. Whoop, there we go. Same thing with these ones. So you know, it helps me know which ones are new, but also kind of helps me know how quickly I go through them. Which, that's not as a big a deal, but as me just knowing, hey, these are the new ones, use those first. So yes, Lansing Pride, next Saturday is my next show. Is my first time selling at Pride. I helped out Steph there last year and we had a lot of fun. So I am looking forward to selling there for the first time. We're sharing a tent because it's a one-day event and it's not feasible really for us to set up 2 tents in the short amount of time we have for our setup window, because while our fancy festival tents are great, they take a long time to set up, and just one of them takes, you know, a couple hours, and you times that by 2. Granted, you know, we're sharing the work a bit, but it's still you know, we're looking at hours to set up both of our tents completely, and this is definitely more of an easy up type of show, but we don't really use those anymore. So we'll just share one of our fancy tents and just get that up as quick as we can. And Steph is working on a great layout to evenly distribute everything. So we'll have simplified setups and won't have everything we usually do. I guess in my case, it'll probably just mainly be I won't have all my big canvas stuff on the walls, which is fine. Okay, so these are all good to go. I take these to the studio. I know these are my new pens, so use up my old ones first, but you know, I could have waited and probably bought them, but you know, I was there, and like I said, I had gift cards and stuff, and I'm gonna need these because these are mainly what, well, yeah, they are mainly what I use for making my scrap tunes, which are where I make little funny cartoon stuff on old encyclopedia or other papers. And they're great for that because they're opaque and they dry pretty quick and they layer really well. Oops. So yeah, I've used Poscas for years now. They're great. I love them. I'm excited to try out the new brush tip ones when they come out. I think I do have, maybe this is like a new version of it or something, because I feel like I do have some sort of brush tip one that may have just been, they may have just done them in black. That's what it was, because the one I have is in black, and maybe now they're doing them in color, and that's what the new thing is, and I enjoyed that a lot. So yeah, Posca pens, they're great. They're fun. I always go back and forth about calling them pens or markers. I guess it doesn't matter. They don't really describe it either way, so I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so that was fun. Okay, let's try these babies out real quick, and then I'll start signing some prints. So these are made by Kuretake. I mean, I've never had a Kuretake pen I didn't like. I believe these are Kuretake. Yep. So these ones I've been using a lot that were recommended to me by Casey at Odd Nod. These are Kuretake. They're a brush pen as well, but definitely more of a finer tip. I've been using those in my found cartoons this season, and they've really worked out well. I may have to label these because they probably have the name in Japanese, but I don't read Japanese, so I mean, it'll be obvious what the tip is, obviously, but yeah, I may have to label these real quick while they're still in their little box here. So let's do that. So we'll get out the orange tape again. And I'll just cover up this Japanese writing since that doesn't matter. And seems odd, but I'm going to use a different brand pen to write on the Kuretake pens, just because this has a little bit of a firmer tip. So this is the EF, extra fine, so I'm just going to write zoom in a little bit here. So we're doing some more finer work. I'll just write a nice EF on this and call it good. EF. And hopefully that dries, and otherwise I might have to use a Sharpie. I'll set that aside, let that dry. Where's my Sharpie, actually? Yeah, screw it. I'll just use the Sharpie because I know that'll work. Okay. See, same thing. Whoop. Labeled this one, although I've had this one for a while, since October. So this one's a fine. If you have any art questions, just drop them in chat while I'm puttering away here. I'll take a second and answer them. So this is fine. Yeah. Stupid label. Oops. Oh, we got a little bit of a fancy F. A lot of a common question I get is the infamous, what pen do you use? And I use a lot of pens. Mostly they're Japanese pens. Actually, they probably all are. I don't know if I use any American-made disposable ink pens for art stuff. I mean, for like, writing stuff, whatever, that might be a different story. But for like my art uses, I think they're all Japanese. This is medium. And actually, if you go through my archive here and on YouTube, I think I do have a highlight about pens I use. Which really, it's, again, just like this. These Zebra ones are really good. I've used these for years. They're waterproof. So I'm excited to see how these do. I might try signing prints with them, but I don't know. We'll see how it works. Oh, Goose and Jonesy. Those crazy cats. Why am I letting you starve? Because it builds character. That's why. I'll feed you in the morning. Those silly cats. And this is the large. Yeah, so this is definitely a brush tip. So I will actually give this a LB for large brush. And this last one is the medium brush. To kind of go along with the question about like what pens do I use, really, do you need to spend money on fancy pro level high quality pens? No, you don't need to. I mean, the best pen is the one you have with you. I've made art with, basic Bic ballpoint pens and whatnot. This was the medium brush, so I'm going to call this MB. But, and it's like anything, you can draw a comic with a basic #2 pencil and ink it with a precision Pilot. I have one somewhere. Where the heck is it? Whatever. But a basic Pilot Precise, ink pen. I think Scott McCloud did that with for the 24-hour comic book day. So you don't need fancy high quality pens, but oh, it looks like they gave me like a little test sheet. Fun. But the trade-off is there are advantages to using the higher quality stuff, like they may have more consistent lines. The ink will last longer. It'll be a better quality ink, which means it may not bleed, or it may be waterproof, or it won't soak through pages and all that sort of stuff. So there's trade-offs. You don't need same thing with like paints. Like I literally started with like a watercolor set. Basic under $10 watercolor set I bought at Michael's or something. Like definitely not a pro grade set by anything, and really just start making stuff. And then, you know, when you can, try the pricier stuff. And boy, my auto iris does not like that white background. Anyway, but when you can, you know, I will say in my own experience, when you get to the higher quality art supplies, like you notice a difference when it comes to some of it. I mean, so yeah, let's start with, so this is the extra fine. Okay, cool. This is the fine. This one has a little more, well, okay, that makes sense, because the extra fine is finer than the fine. Duh, that's what that means. What's that extra fine again? So I actually, at the studio, I have, it is another B paper book like this one, but it's smaller. It's maybe this big. I don't know, 4x4, 5x5, something like that. And I use that for paint swatches and pen swatches and that sort of thing. So I just have a ongoing reference of what things look like. Okay, so we did fine, we did extra fine. This is medium. That's definitely a bigger tip there. Yep. This is the I'm going to do some camera settings here. Just bear with me for 1 second here. Hang on. Messing with my white balance. Ooh, no, not that. Better. Okay. Okay, so this is the medium brush. Oh boy, yep, that is a brush. Trick with these is you can't, I mean you can go fast and you get kind of this neat look, but if you want to get those real good lines, you gotta go slow. Let's do a quick water check with the, this is my trusty water brush here. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Looks like pretty water resistant once they're dry. I mean, even, okay, good. I was not confident that that would, I mean, obviously right after I use it, it's going to smear a bit, but if you let it dry, it seems to be fine. Okay, so this will be the large brush. Oh yeah. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to using that on some stuff. So here's a quick, I mean, look at those tips. Come on, camera, you can do it. This is the large one, this is the medium. Medium's definitely, it's longer and thinner. So it's gonna have a little more, ooh, that's fun. Can't wait to use that on stuff. All right. Okay, so that is the, am I using the wrong one here? Yep. Putting the wrong caps on them. Okay, so that is the Kuretake Bimoji Fude assorted pen set. So neat. I like these. Looking forward to using them on stuff. I may actually sign some prints with them, maybe. We'll see. Maybe I'll just use up some of my other pens. Save these for drawing. But yeah, this is a good set. It was $24 at Odd Nod Art Supply here locally, so not bad for 5 pens. So that's barely $5 a pen, which, yeah, that's about right. $3 to $5 for a pen is usually what I'm paying, and these are bigger too. So like this pen's like $3-ish, I think, and they're both, these are both Kuretakes, but obviously they're very different. I do like the thicker barrel on this and with the grip, so that's also what you're paying for. The little loop thing is interesting. That must be like a traditional like nod to something. I mean, obviously you could like hook it on something, but I don't see me doing that. Okay, well let's sign some prints. And then maybe we'll have some fun after that. Let's see how long my voice holds out. I'm definitely going back to the doctor because this bronchitis thing is annoying. Sorry, just messing around with my sorry, just playing around with my surface over here to try and, as I monitor the back end of stuff on Twitch. So the important thing to remember when you're doing, I could sign these with Sharpie, but it's all right. With limited edition prints like these, zoom back out a bit here, is you gotta remember, unless you get them all printed at once, which you could obviously do, but I can't afford to print 100 copies of 5 different designs at the same time. That would be over $1,000 probably. Just back of the napkin, quick math. So what I do is I have a spreadsheet, good old Google Sheets, where I track everything. So I know, like, when I ordered a batch, how many were in that batch, what I numbered them in that batch. And so when I get a batch, I number them all at once. So I don't like do half of them and then forget, oh shoot, I sold out of all of them. And then where did I leave off? So so for the hot dog ones here, I thought I just did 5 of these, but I guess not. Maybe I'm thinking, no, okay. 1, maybe there's 5, 2. They might give me extra 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I got an extra one. 6. Okay. That happens sometimes. Which is my favorite hot dog? Oh boy. I really love the little flying saucer dude. That's one I always point out to people in the tent, where I talk about doing the theme ones are a little more difficult than the ones where I could just make up whatever, because as I'll point to this one, I'll say, because, you know, I have to make this shape into something dog related, you know, whereas if I'm just doing whatever, you know, they can be whatever I want. So in some cases it's more of a challenge. So because I do I want to open my spreadsheet in a different tab? No, I think what I'll do is just do a quick note on a piece of paper and update my spreadsheet when we're done. So let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I do have 6 of those. They gave me an extra one. That happens sometimes. Better extra than short. So I'm just going to write down on here, hot dog 6, and then numbers. So this will be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 11 through 16. All right, just so I know, put this on my spreadsheet later. We'll just go through these one batch at a time. All right. Let's set them up here so we can see what we're doing. I think we're gonna go with the trusty zebra for this one. Let's see here. So this is 11 out of 100. Okay. We'll just stack these over there and I'll deal with that when they're all done. So 12 out of 100. So I really have to pay attention when I do these, because it's very easy for me to lose count and forget where I'm at. So this is 13 out of 100. So yes, I don't Hi, Alkane Powda. How's it going? Thanks for joining the chat. Do I actually hear it? Okay. Let me turn my sound on, see if I actually hear when people do stuff. This is 14 out of 100. Okay, I did not hear that. Roy is with me tonight. He'll be making an appearance once I get done with all these. Unless my voice gives out, and then at which point I'll do a different thing later. Let's just show mod icon. Sorry, just checking something real quick here. Whatever. All right. But yes, Roy is here. He will make an appearance. Maybe I'll do some of these, take a quick break, and then he'll make an appearance. So this is 15 out of 100. Okay, and that's the last of this one. This will be 16 out of 100. Okay. So these are all signed. They just need to be bagged and boarded, which we'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll do that on stream tonight if I hit a stride and just want to get it over with. But I did get all my supplies for that tonight, so I could do that, but we'll see. Okay, now those are done. Now we're moving on to the Cool Cats, which I mentioned at the top of the stream. I actually sold out of the first 10 of these. So that prompted my hi everyone, thanks for checking in. If you got any art questions, just drop them in the chat. Or just any other real questions. So yeah, so these ones I sold out of all last time. So I had to get another run of them made. Let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. Always count your prints. It's free advice. Especially if you're numbering them. If you're not I mean, you should count them anyway, but if you're not numbering them, it's not as big a deal. But you should keep inventory, so you should count them regardless. So we're going to update this sheet. So we got, this is Cool Cats. I got 10. That's numbers 11 through 21, right? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, no, 20, right? Math is hard. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep. Measure twice, cut once, you know? Okay. Dip down a little bit here. So this will be 11 out of 100. Okay. Damn it. Dope. Let's try to fix something here. Okay, there we go. Sorry, just getting rid of some spam. I messed up my window here. Yep, he sure does. Oh boy, I messed up my... Anyway. Sorry. Dealing with spam in the chat. I'm still learning how to do all that stuff. Anyway, so... So this is 12 out of 100. Out of 100. Yeah, I guess that didn't work. All right, sorry. Just trying to clear stuff off the screen. Anywho. So this is 15 out of 100. This is a tedious thing, but it's an easy thing to do to, you know, provide a little more value to stuff at shows. And I like doing it. I like, you know, being able to say each of these is individually signed and numbered by me. I mean, if I was buying one, it would definitely help me think about making the purchase. You know, if you can't afford an original, but you can at least get a print that's limited edition, signed and numbered. That's good. So we're 18 out of 100. I feel like there's a... Sorry, I'm just looking at... Oop, don't want that. Sorry, just poking at stuff real quick in the background here. No, I don't want that. Don't need Creator Camp. No, dang it. All right, where was... Back to Stream Manager. Okay. So that's the last one for this. And that's going to be 20 out of 100. Whoops. Don't need to hear myself here. Sorry. Again, there we go. There we go. Okay, I was looking for the mod view for stuff for the chat. Okay, I knew there was something I was missing. That's what I was looking for. There's can be quite a labyrinthian layout to the Twitch website at times, where stuff's not always as obvious where you think it should be. Okay, so these ones are all done. Hooray. So it's another batch ready to go. Put these over here. Okay. Now we got the hot cats. I'm just going to check something here if I can. There we go. Okay. Sorry. I was just checking some stuff. clearing the chat stuff off the screen after it's been there for a bit. Okay, so this is the hot cat ones, also 11 by 14. Let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. We got all the ones I should. So if you haven't joined the Discord community, go ahead and check it out. It's a small but mighty. Okay. Also did that so I can see if the message disappearing thing actually works. So this one I kind of didn't give myself a lot of room to work with at the bottom here, so I have to be a little more careful on this one. Oops. I did not do my quick tally here, so this is hot cats. I had 10, so same thing as this one. 11 out of 20. Or 11 to 20. All right, cool, it worked. Good. I like having the chat stuff on the screen, but sometimes I don't like it staying there forever. So, so this is going to be 11 out of 100. Go. 12 out of 100. $14. Uh, 17 out of 100. So while I'm thinking of it, there will not be a live stream this Sunday night. This is in place of Sunday's live stream. Stuff came up where I can't. This is 18. I'm not able to do it this Sunday, and it just made more sense to do it tonight. And I had to sign all these anyway, so. And I'm also kind of curious with trying different stream days and times to see how that affects viewership, etc. This is number 20. Okay. Okay, so these are all done. These are good to go. It's been an hour. I think I might not worry about bagging these on stream, also because I hate the sound of the ripping off the sealer thing on the back of the bags. And I don't want to subject other people to that. So let me just check something real quick here. And my throat is starting to hurt a bit from all the talking. So I should probably stop sooner than later. But just hang on, hold tight for 1 second here. Yes, Roy is going to say hi. That's what I was leading up to. I was trying to purposely be vague. Yes, I know. Everyone loves the fluffy boy content. Well, hello. It's me. The puppet who doesn't really know what he sounds like yet. Hi, Goose and Jonesy. Good to see you. We still gotta figure out the whole camera thing. You know? Hang on a sec. Uh-oh. No. Cancel. I almost ended my live stream early. There. That's a little better. We're still figuring this out. You're looking a little bright there, Roy. Let's there we go. Anyway, I got a question from a user on Discord. Let's see here. The question is, what's my opinion on ventriloquists? Necessary evil or besties? That is a good question. Personally, my opinion on ventriloquists boils down to one thing. They're delicious. Ah. Good night, everybody. We'll see you later.